Welcome to the GPLama YouTube channel and to an overview of some changes that Strava have quietly rolled out to their Global Heatmaps page over on Strava Web. This was noticed yesterday by somebody over on Reddit with some spicy feedback provided. So after a quick look at this, I thought I'd do a video so you're also across what's different and what's new. So pulling the map up in full screen here, you'll see a map of Australia because that's where I am. And the layout is now missing that box on the left-hand side, which did, to be honest, need a redesign. And they've made the selection bar along the top there, which is very similar to that on Strava Mobile. So it's good to see Strava Web and Strava Mobile becoming a little bit more unified in that user experience. However, let's dig into where things get a little more complicated. Now, zooming out, well, problem number one. I can't actually see the globe in the Global Heatmaps page anymore. You used to be able to zoom out and see the entire world, Global Heatmaps. Here on this screen, I'm able to see, well, most of Australia. Jumping over to the US, well, problem number two, I can't actually scroll that way because the world ends just east of Fiji. Luckily, New Zealand is still there, you still exist, but getting to the US, I'm gonna have to scroll all the way over. Oh, overshot that. And here we are, we can fit most of the US on this screen. So within a few seconds, a few interface updates that may need to take place there, Strava. When considering some updates for maybe version 2 of this. All right, enough of the negative, let's have a look at the positive. All sports, so you can drop down, similar as before, ride, run, walk, hike, water, winter. Let's go ride. Global Heatmap is available for all users, so free users and subscribers, with subscribers also having access to personal heatmap. So you can put both of those on. We'll give that a few seconds. I should have a few activities recorded there in the US. Once that loads, I should speed this up. However, it is taking its time. And I will do this in real time. Okay, apparently that's not going to work. Let me do a refresh on that. That was problem number 3 I didn't even have listed. Okay, we're back in Ballarat and my personal heat maps are now working in Ballarat. Okay, back to the US. Geez, Strava, you really should have rolled this out in beta first. Okay, here we go. We're in the US. I have personal heat maps. Let's go to LA, where the weather is always, well, it's always weather. Sometimes it's fine. And problem number 4, the opacity also can't be selected or changed. I can only just see maybe gray, orange, no, red, no, that, my word. Now I did a run through before even recording this video and things weren't this bad. This is horrible. By horrible, I did an inflection of my voice there, so it wasn't too bad. Strava don't shitlist me on this one. I've had enough of that lately. Yeah, you can't, well, I can dive in and see where I've ridden, but that's very difficult to see. We can go down to the bottom left because that's now where the map styles are located. So satellite, hybrid, winter's usually pretty good. Things stand out a little better there. But not the best. So yeah, things are a little different with the layout. Same service is still there though, so you can see where you've ridden or where others have ridden. It's just a little more difficult to see. Now let's go back home by hitting refresh. Or not, well, I can't go back that way to Australia. Let's go back this way. Here we go. Okay, right, this makes a little bit more sense where I have a lot more riding and racing around the state of Victoria. We change that to 2D mode and scroll out. We can see that Strava, of all companies, are subscribing to the flat earth theory. They should definitely, oh, what? Oh, okay. Let's scroll this around. Now, typically I'd edit this out and cut this video up to be nice and snappy, but this is the end user experience. I'm just a Strava subscriber, have been since 2011, and this is my experience of even trying to demonstrate what this is about. So Global Heatmap on. So again, the service still remains the same features, same functionality. It's a lot more difficult to use. And as I mentioned before, there's no opacity, which the old system had as well. Anyhow, there's an overview of what screws up when you try to demonstrate something for YouTube. Global Heatmaps is actually a really handy service. We see popularity maps on Garmin. The Karoo units from Hammerhead/SRAM also have some overlays from Suunto, I believe. They're very handy when out riding. I do think it's something that companies that do collect all of this data should be applying or should be offering as a service for people to find out where other people ride, run, or do their activities. It's super cool stuff. Anyhow, there are some changes that have been made. Unfortunately, this video wasn't as smooth as what I thought it could have been. And Strava, I'm looking forward to this blog announcement of these updates. That will be great. It definitely appears to be one step forward with that UI unification, but that usability, definitely 2 steps backwards. And I think people over on Reddit agree. Alrighty, with that, we'll leave it there for now. If you've enjoyed this one, Strava, you probably haven't, but anybody watching this and is now more familiar with this, please give this a like. Give this channel a subscribe if you want to be across more videos that show you exactly what the user experience is like, and we shall see you soon.